what I was getting at was the English teacher.
Forgot, yeah.
The English teacher. I probably the worst teacher I've ever had in all of my school.
Really?
Like every grade, worst teacher ever.
Really?
But one thing that she did have was quotes on her walls, right? Like these posters, like inspirational quotes and shit.
Yeah.
And I'd sit in the back corner. Like she didn't even like me that much. I'm pretty sure she didn't like me. So she put me in the back. But there was this quote that had a palm tree on it, and it said, "Patience is the key to paradise."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it said, I didn't think of it that much of it, but I kept seeing it every day. And then one day it just clicked, like, damn, patience is the key to paradise. And I was like, that's true. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 714 podcast. Today, we got my friend Daniel here.
Hi, everyone.
Let's go. We just got back from a trip to LA, which was so fun. Like we just planned it out of nowhere. Like I don't even know how we came up with the idea to just go.
It was very
to
impulsive.
LA.
Yeah,
It's crazy on a Saturday. You know, just random.
yeah. We just like came up with it like last night, literally, and then we were like, we should plan a whole day and then go from there.
Yeah.
And, you know, just
Yeah, it was a nice day today. Like just cruising down. First stop we went to get breakfast at this one place.
Yeah.
Like forgot what it's called,
It's called
Republic or something. Yeah. And dude, the line there is so long. We didn't even bother. Like, fuck going and waiting in line for an hour.
The line was insane, and then we were just deciding what to do, and then we jaywalked to the place.
Yeah.
And then we were like, but we parked in the parking of a different bakery, and then we ended up going to that one.
Yeah.
And it was a good bakery.
At random, I just fucking turned into a parking lot because we wanted to U-turn, and then I looked around. And I saw the same, like, Republic is a bakery, and then this shit's also a bakery.
Yeah.
And that shit smacked too.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty fire.
right when you walk in, you just smell that bakery smell, like bread cooking in the back.
Yeah.
They were like rolling dough out there, old ladies and shit. Like,
yeah, they were old. Dude, their staff was old.
I know, bro.
I've never seen like a staff like in that age. Usually like people are younger in those like difficult jobs because, you know, you got to lift stuff, cook stuff, you're under the heat, and all the employees there were,
I know,
like, they were like in their like 60, 70,
old ladies,
80s,
but that's how you know it's good. Like if you have like old women in there that
they're
are making bread,
they
know what they're doing.
Absolutely,
dude. And that was fun.
Yeah,
but a lot of people.
Nothing against old people, but
nothing against old people. Yeah, and then we went to Mulholland Drive, the
Mulholland
famous
Drive. It was pretty
fun. Road there. Like
you drove.
Yeah, it was good. Like it was one of the best driving experiences I've had. Like,
really? Yeah, it's a narrow road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Just cruising down. How many times have you been there?
I've been there 3 times.
3 times.
3 times. The first time I went there was a couple years back with a bunch of my friends, and then we just hung out there for like a couple hours. And then I don't remember which part of it was, because in the next 2 times that I went there, we never went to the route that I went the first time.
Oh shit!
So I never know where that exact first time, the exact first location is that I went first time, because it's such a long road. And then the second time I was there like a couple of weeks ago, like maybe last week, with a cousin of mine. It was really fun. And then I went today with you.
Yeah, dude. I love driving, just cruising around, and especially with like a friend like you, and just going down.
Thanks.
We talked for so long too. Like on the way there,
I know.
We talked for like an hour, and then the whole day we were talking.
Yeah, we were talking the whole day. Like at some point of the day,
I know.
I felt like we should have probably had the podcast in the car because we were having so many interesting conversations.
Bro, it was crazy.
Yeah,
but that was a dope ride, and then we went to that fucking the lunch spot. Tell them about the lunch spot. We went
to the Rafi's lunch spot, which is like a Persian restaurant that has kebabs and these interesting Persian dishes.
Yeah.
And right now it sounds like I'm advertising for them, but they're not paying us.
I've never fucking been to a like an authentic Persian restaurant.
Yeah.
I know there's like Mediterranean place like Panini Grill and shit like that.
Yeah.
But not like a authentic place where, dude, when I walked in, all you saw Persians everywhere. Like
they were
the valet
everywhere.
Persian, the fucking waiter Persian, the manager Persian, the people eating the fucking food Persian.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because
everybody.
When I asked, like when the guy came up to our table and he was like, what would you like? When I tried to first, when I tried to say the first name of the food or the appetizer or whatever, he already knew I was Persian, so he just gave up speaking English. He just started speaking in Farsi.
Damn.
And then we ordered what we ordered.
What do you think it was authentic? Like
yeah, it was authentic. It was definitely authentic. Like it's like no homemade food, you know.
Yeah.
But the stew is pretty awesome. The kebabs, it's pretty nice place.
Yeah.
It's definitely way better than Panini Grill, bro. Way better. Panini Grill is okay. It's no shade or like no hate for them, but like you can compare.
For me, it's better than going to a fast food place. Like if you want to try to eat healthy,
absolutely,
you just go to Panini or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this place was really good. And then we also saw somebody like
it's so
was
funny.
It?
Was it Jay Leno that we saw?
Yeah. We saw
Jay Leno driving to the place.
Dude, Jay Leno was fucking whipping it in a 1930 or 40 fucking car, like no windshield.
Yeah, no roof.
Him and his friend or some shit.
He was sitting passenger seat, but
No, I think he was driving.
You think he was driving?
I think so. Like
he was on the right side, bro. Unless the steering wheel was on the right side.
Pretty sure it's
You think he was?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Because
you saw him. I didn't see him, so you know.
Usually
I saw him. I saw his hair,
usually
bro.
he's driving like this, like laid back, fucking.
I saw his hair. I saw like this stuff. I didn't
dude.
see his face, but you saw his face.
Yeah, the first thing I saw, I was driving like 2 lanes over from the carpool lane, and just mind my own business, listen to music.
Yeah.
And then I look over because I see this car. You gotta understand, this car is at least 2 cars, like in length. 2 cars
wide.
Combined.
It was a big car. Yeah.
Yeah. And also wide too. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really tall and wide.
Like all metal, and you just see 2 guys sitting in the passenger seat. I think it's only a 2-passenger car.
Yeah.
And I looked over. I thought it was just some random guy that just has old cars. But then I was like, this ain't no random guy. I saw the hair. That was Jay Leno. And it's Jay Leno when he has the denim jacket.
Yeah.
The denim jacket. That's how you know it's official. Jay Leno spotted on the 134.
Yeah, it was the 134 that we took. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
just
saw
whipping it, bro.
the Bijan's son, what's his name? Nicholas Bijan.
Yeah.
In the food place that we went to.
Yeah. So
he was just
some celebrity spottings, bro.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of tourists actually like pay for or celebrity spottings usually.
Really?
Yeah, like those TMZ fucking tourist vans, like they just have it for tourists.
I didn't know that.
Usually in like tourist areas like the Hollywood sign, and they take you places that they think celebrities are. So you just drive around.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I would never take that shit. You're never gonna. I don't think you might see a few, like they'll take you down Rodeo Drive. You might see somebody over there.
Yeah.
But I think it's just better anywhere you travel. I think it's just better to like figure things out while you're there, like, or just adventure. Keep the adventure.
That's what I feel like. You should like go and find the places you want to see, not like go in places that either they're like celebrities or like I don't know, things.
Like touristy.
Yeah, something that like you don't want to go to the basic stuff. Like you want to go there once, but you want to actually go find the sick places that not everybody would know, you know, the people who live there would know, you know.
Yeah. That's the best place. That's the best part of just traveling in general. Is just finding different places that you like. No, you've never been to.
Yeah.
And here they are, and you just have fun.
Like the ice cream place you took me to. I've never been there.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
We went to Diddy Reese. If you're from LA or like Westwood area, you probably know. But it's one of the best and cheapest ice cream sandwich places out there. Like,
it was really good.
Yeah.
Fresh, very fresh.
I know.
The ice cream though, it was interesting. It wasn't like a normal ice cream to me. It was like kind of like the ice cream that Cold Stone sells. It's kind of like gluish type of.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know how to explain it. How do you explain it?
The consistency was more like creamier and just
Yeah, it's like regular ice cream is like this like. Damn, I'm not good at explaining the textures, dude. But
regular ice cream, you could like break it easily, and then
exactly. Like you get a spoon, you cut it, you have a piece.
Yeah.
With these, when you cut it with your spoon, it comes with like cheese. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like Dryer's ice cream. That's they partner with them or some shit.
Interesting.
And yeah, but through the cookies, bomb, then
dude,
also.
You know where else is good with their cookies? Insomnia cookies.
Really?
I don't know if you've been there. Have you?
No.
There's one right by UCI, bro. Oof. It's good.
Nice.
Like they have similar stuff. You get 2 cookies and then you get to choose your ice cream or it's very similar, but the cookies their quality is pretty high too, but it was different than the one that we went to.
Yeah.
This one definitely trumps the Insomnia cookies for sure.
Yeah, and it was cheaper, like 50 cents for one cookie.
Yeah, imagine that's not how Insomnia cookies is. If you get like a cookie with like 2 cookies with an ice cream in the middle, it's probably like $6.
Yeah,
this one was like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more cookies you get, like the cheaper it is. So
Bro, I feel like you're just advertising for people.
I know, dude.
For free.
Right, we're just trying to explain the trip that we just had today, but yeah. And we also like when we were driving, we were looking at a bunch of houses and shit.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
As we were driving like in Mulholland Drive, we saw that there was like this place that it seemed to be a university or something, and then we just took a left, and then it's just this neighborhood. Like there was no university on the maps. I mean, I'm sure there was a university, but it was like either so tiny that we passed by it or whatnot. But there was like a really cool residential area that we went to.
I know.
We had the security. We were waiting for a second. Sham like slowed down, and then we were like,
the security said they videotape every car coming in and out. So
but we're
not gonna do anything.
So we're just cruising, driving around.
Yeah. Some of those houses though. Perfect architecture.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Sure.
But the location was so bad in some of those houses.
You have to drive like so long to get to like basic places that you want stuff from.
And the roads are narrow. Usually 1 lane, 2 lane max roads. And it's like a GTA map. Like we saw a few houses that look exactly
dude.
like GTA.
Yeah, for sure.
Who lives there?
Michael.
Yeah,
Michael. Yeah.
The exact gate, like the gate, and then the front yard was exactly the same.
It was like Michael's house that we passed by.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
I mean, GTA, like the Los Santos that they made in GTA 5 is basically LA, but I'm sure they just had to change a bunch of stuff for like copyright reasons.
I know.
Or something, but it's like so similar.
All the names are different, but other than that,
the Rockstar, they made a game. It's called Midnight Club LA. That one, it's literally LA, and they haven't changed anything. Like the names are the names.
Really?
Like the street signs are like Ventura or the 134 or whatever. Like
exactly the same.
Yeah, 405. Yeah, it's exactly the same, bro.
And nobody like the city doesn't care or anything.
I guess not. Even the cars in that game, it's like a Need for Speed in a way. They're like the actual cars that do exist. You know, like. I don't know. Like in that game, you can drive like Mitsubishis, like I don't know, Mercedes, Lamborghinis, whatever car you want to like.
The exact car that you want.
Yeah, but in GTA, every car is like a replica or like similar to like a car that's like in a real life. You know, like Franklin's like car was a Dodge Charger or something.
Yeah.
But it's like not a Dodge Charger. It looks like one. You know.
Yeah. Recently though, there's like been a bunch of mods. Have you heard of this? Like, people have been doing role play.
Yeah, dude, they've been doing mods for like years. GTA 5 has been out for so long. It came out in 2013. It's been like 8 years.
I know.
And it's still like rules in the video game.
I know. Like, everybody still plays it. Yeah. Like, it's
such a good game.
I know.
You know.
Do you think they're gonna release the next
GTA
one?
6, yeah, for sure. Either like next year or like towards the end of this year or the year after, sometime. No one knows when they do it.
Yeah.
But like, when they do it, it's going to be like a game changer.
Because the PS5 is already out. Yeah. And they usually do it when
like in
the next console. One. Yeah. The next
not always.
console.
When PlayStation 2 was out, there were 3 GTAs on PlayStation 2. The GTA San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 3. And then once the PS3 came out, you saw GTA 4 and GTA 5. And then right away PS4 came out, and you had GTA 5 on PS4. Now you have GTA 5 on PS5.
Oh shit.
You know, so they're making a GTA 5 version for PS5 because the PS4 version works on it, but the graphics don't match with the console's capacity of graphics. So you know, so like PS2 had 3 GTAs, and then GTA 5 had 3 PlayStations. PlayStation 3, 4, 5. And what's interesting is the original version that came out on PS3 or Xbox 360 was only 8 gigabytes.
Really?
Just only 8 gigabytes, yeah.
I know, now games you gotta download it, like half the storage is gone.
Warzone, like if you get the combo, the Warzone, the Cold War, and then the Modern Warfare or something, I think it's like 500 gigabytes.
Yeah.
The 3 combined.
Damn.
Just Warzone is like 90 gigabytes by itself.
God damn.
And then GTA 5 though for PS4 is like 80 gigabytes. The OG version was like 8 gigabytes, which is crazy because it's so similar. There's only very tiny differences.
Yeah, probably just in the specs itself. Yeah. So are you gonna get the PS5?
I have it.
You have it?
Yeah.
When'd you get it?
I got it in like January, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Did you have the PS4 before?
I didn't. So so the first console I had was PS2, then I got an Xbox 360, and then I got a PS5. I just skipped on the whole like that generation of PS4 and Xbox One stuff. Yeah. So it was a big transition from Xbox 360 to like PS5. I didn't know what was what, bro.
Yeah. I didn't get the PS4, and like the first game console that me and my brother got was a Wii. Like that was the first thing, like I think 2010 when it first came out, and we played that for a long time, and then we got the PS3. I think it was a few years later since the original release, but then we started playing that. Yeah. But eventually I just got tired of playing like video games. I didn't want to play at all. Like I think
I'm not a big gamer, bro. I'm not a big gamer.
Yeah. I think you get to some, or not everybody, but some people get to a certain age where they don't enjoy certain things. Like you could not enjoy it the same anymore.
Definitely, bro. But the thing is this, like so after the Xbox 360, that's how I felt. I was like, I'm done with video games, you know? And then I didn't play video games all throughout high school. And because the Xbox 360 was like obsolete. Yeah. And then I didn't play like the first year of college. And then PS5 came out, and then somehow I got it. And then I was like, oh,
somehow you got it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's so like, it was so difficult to get it, bro. Everywhere was like sold out. So a friend of mine hooked it up. Shout out to him. He knows who he is. You know? Yeah. But yeah.
That's good.
But dude, like, to be honest though, I don't have the same passion as I used to on my Xbox 360 or like the PS2.
I know.
Like I remember when I got the Xbox 360, I was like so happy.
Yeah.
I was like, I played that like nonstop for like days.
Dude, I remember just back when you used to go to GameStop, you know? Yeah. Now you just download games. Most people do that. But
now you buy the stock.
Yeah.
You play a different game.
You buy yeah. And then I would like beg my dad to like go to GameStop and buy like a game, and I remember just either it would be Christmas I would get it, or my birthday, a new game, and I would get that game and I just play for like days. Every day I just play every like couple hours. Like I just keep playing.
Which game was your favorite?
FIFA for sure.
FIFA?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were a FIFA guy.
I'm a FIFA guy.
Really?
Like to the end, bro. Wow. I still love playing it. My cousin at his house, he has a PS4. And I just played over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, dude, I'm not a huge fan of FIFA for some reason. Yeah, like it boils my blood. Like I know some people like get agitated or angry when they play.
You got to be good at it.
I'm not that good at it, but like I know like people get like angry when they play like some violent video games, maybe like GTA or like Call of Duty or something. Over a lot of like if you play for like 8 hours or 6 hours or something, after you're like a little like antsy, you know. But that's how I am with FIFA, not with like GTA. With GTA, I just chill on my bed. Just I can play lying down. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like really calm. Because,
Relax.
Like, yeah, because like what's the worst thing that could happen? Somebody kills you and then you kill him back. You know.
Yeah.
But in like FIFA, like you have to have skills. Like if people are gonna score to you, and if you're not good enough, I'm not that good in FIFA. Like, you know, I cannot score to them, so it pisses me off. And then I like do all kinds of fouls, you know, to like hurt their players. And then before I know it, like half of my team has a red card.
God damn. Yeah. I first started playing, I think 2012. Like that's when I think FIFA 11 was the first game I started playing.
Really?
Because
Nice.
my cousin, he got this was when the Xbox 360 just came out. And I think that was like one of the first games he got was FIFA 11. And ever since then, me and him would just like play, like me and my cousins, my brother, we'd just play every time we got there. So I eventually got good. And then when I got the PS3, I started getting from FIFA 13 FIFA 13 to 16. I had all the games.
Did you
in
play
between.
FIFA 15?
Yeah, 15.
So that was the last FIFA I ever played.
Okay.
That was so I don't really like the FIFA franchise in general, but that was my favorite FIFA.
Really?
The FIFA 15. Dude, the soundtracks are awesome.
I know.
Everything was awesome about FIFA 15.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
And then I got like really good at it. Like I could still play now and I'll be good. Like I could beat like an average person.
Really?
But if you play every day and you practice all the time, I can't beat you because you've been practicing and shit. But
Absolutely.
if I get back into it, I could probably get better.
Practice makes perfect, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever game you play.
I know. But to me, it's just fun to. I like it more than a lot of other sports games because you have a lot of freedom to like go across the pitch, like more control over the players.
Every year that passes, they upgrade it so it's even more real.
Yeah.
Because I remember like the very first FIFAs, the first FIFA I played was probably like FIFA 2000, like 5 or 6 or something. Even with my cousins that were older than me by a few years.
Yeah.
And we would play it on their PC, bro. And like it was like the FIFA's like AI was so weak that once you passed, like the ball would stick from someone's leg to someone else's.
What the hell?
You know what I mean? Like there was no like things that could go wrong or like the ball could get intercepted or whatever.
They still to this day don't have handball in the game.
They don't?
Yeah, they don't.
I didn't know that.
Like I don't know why they could do it, but I think they don't want to deal with like the backlash if it barely touches, like and I think that's the only reason.
I didn't know they didn't have hand, like the hand rule. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because
interesting.
Yeah, now they have a bunch of like they're really strict on the offside. Like even if it's like a toe out, they'll find it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But you see the ref go up like this, and then
that's true.
Yeah, it was offside.
That's true, bro. One time I remember I was playing with my cousin, bro. I kind of cheated. This was in FIFA 15.
How do you cheat in FIFA?
So on picking teams, I cheated. So we were gonna. So he was like, yeah. So I told him I suck, and then he was like, okay, take a team. He thought I'm gonna get like Real Madrid or Barcelona or something, and he was like, I'll get some shittier teams too. So we're at the same level. And I was like, all right. So he picks this random. He randomizes his team. He gets like Belgium or something. I don't know what he gets. I don't remember. But I remember I got the classic team. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, I think the classic. I think it's classic 11. Right.
Yeah. Basically, so you have like all the legends.
Yeah, the legends.
Like all the players are ranked like 90 something.
Yeah, the goalkeeper 90.
And his players are like 70, 80 average. And then dude, I still lost to him. That's the crazy part. I cheated and I lost him, and I even fouled so much.
That's the difference with FIFA. You gotta actually be good, like with the passing and everything.
Yeah,
that's
like
what
he like if I got the ball, he had a hard time getting it from me because my players were faster than him. But he was just more accurate, and I fouled so much. My entire defense was like red card.
Really,
the entire 4 people like in my what is it called? My lineup was like I think 4-3-4. I think something like that. Is 4. Yeah, that's 11 players, and then with the goalie. But so the first 4 people in the, I don't remember what it was called, like the positions, like
There's
center
striker,
back, and then
that's defense.
Yeah, so my whole defense was gone. Like all 4 were gone. I just had like 7 more players. And
so did you slide tackle a lot?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's all.
And then if you press like on the Xbox 360, if you press the I think it was what was it? B or yeah, it was either B or X. I don't remember, but it was on the sides because I'm trying to like visualize it. So what would happen is that like the guy would try to grab the guy's shirt or something as they were running next to each other. So like imagine he had the ball as he was like running, and then my guy would be next to him like trying to fucking grab his like shirt to like drag him to the ground. But
yeah,
good times.
I know. Like that game got me into soccer, like actually, like the actual sport too.
Really?
Yeah, because when you would play with these teams, and then you realize they're actually real players, real teams.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I started watching a bunch of soccer and learning about the sport. You know, Messi, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like all these.
I feel like growing up in Tehran, bro, people love soccer so much that I just learned like the things about soccer. Through that, like through my friends, and then we played soccer when we were kids. But I definitely played soccer and was into soccer before I played the video games. But now at this age, for some reason, I don't care about soccer anymore.
Really? Yeah. Did
like watching it or like I just don't care.
Did you watch it when you were younger, like when you were there? And
rarely. Like the only like soccer I would watch is the World Cup, and only the teams that I care about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no, I wouldn't even watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it's an interesting sport. Like, I know some people, on Twitter, people make jokes about it and troll. They say, whenever SportsCenter posts anything soccer, that right below it, you see this isn't a sport. Like, right below it.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They just say this isn't a sport.
Why?
Because they're trolled. Like, they don't give a fuck. And they just say that.
I didn't know that.
Just like make people angry and shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that before.
Yeah, people over here don't really take that much to soccer because I think the men's team isn't good.
Is trash.
The women's team is better than the men's team, and that's good.
The women's team is way better than the men's team.
And so most people just watch basketball or football,
which is good
baseball.
Though. I mean, they did have a lot of viewers too. You know, whoever is good in sports, they get a lot of views. Like it doesn't matter if they're guys or the ladies or whoever plays better. You know, they get the more.
Yeah, a lot of people like. There was this big controversy, right? Like on women's or men and women's pay gap, and of course, there's definitely some jobs that women get paid less, and it's bad that it happens, and
it definitely is bad. Yeah,
and I think it even happened with soccer as well, and I don't know if that changed or anything. I don't know.
What happened. Like I don't know the details at all, but I feel like they were suing someone, the women's soccer team, because of the wage that they got.
Yeah,
even though they were so much better than the men's team.
Yeah, but
I don't know the details, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But there's definitely a lot of jobs that the women's don't get like paid fairly. You know.
Mm-hmm. And there on TikTok, I saw this one guy saying they were talking about the WNBA and how they get paid thousands of dollars, and then the NBA gets millions of dollars. And this guy came on, and he said, you don't see anybody saying, I want to watch a WNBA game tonight. Like, and you see nobody with the WNBA t-shirt or like a jersey. So
why is that? Why do you think is that?
I don't know, man. I think the sport of basketball was just a man's sport for such a long time and then women's came along. I don't even know when, but it was recent. You know, it wasn't like both of them didn't start at the same time.
I see.
But
I feel like both of them have their fan bases, you know.
Yeah.
But definitely the women's one is gonna grow over time because
over time for sure.
You know.
Yeah, and I think just now it's starting to build up even more.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. 10 years ago, I didn't even know a women's league existed.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. So all I watched was NBA and I think people and men in general just prefer that because it's more. I don't know. They do more shit, like they dunk more. It's a better experience, but the women's is still fun. Like it's still good. I watch a lot of college.
Yeah.
Me and my dad actually just watched the college women's tournament.
Really? Nice.
Yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So. I don't watch a lot of sports, bro, to be honest. So like I have no clue.
Really?
I'm just supportive of everyone. But I don't really watch any of it.
You're not that competitive of a person.
Like I would rather play that sport than watch someone else play it, you know? Only like certain occasions, like again, as I said, like Super Bowl, I would watch Super Bowl, obviously. World Cup, I would watch, you know? Olympics, I would watch
How
some
about
of it.
NBA Finals?
NBA, yeah, it depends. I wouldn't watch all of them. Maybe the really, really, like the last game.
Game
That's
7,
like,
yeah.
that's important, yeah.
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 Yeah, for me, sports is, I just love watching it no matter what it is, because like sometimes I just watch sports or watch any team, and if I don't like any team, I root for the underdog. Are you like that?
Yeah, I would be. Like I remember they were like in World Cup. Like I remember there were like a lot of teams that were like really strong.
Yeah.
That were going a lot of like against a lot of like smaller countries, or like that were like not that so great in soccer. And I would root for the little guy. I would be like, oh, these people are so awful at this game. I just hope like they win, or you know, at least they tie.
Yeah, there's something about like
such a big deal for them, you know.
Yeah, there's something about rooting for the team that people think isn't gonna win, like, and they win. Like in March Madness, it's called March Madness, and they call it upset because usually a lot of times the lower seed can actually beat the highest seed in a knockout round. And to me, that's like the best part of sports is like if it's like close, it's a close game. You're rooting for the underdog. They're down by 5 points, and they score 3, come back the other end, a steal, tie the game, goes to overtime.
Absolutely,
you know, that's the build up right there.
Yeah,
and that's what makes sports like so fun. It's
a lot of excitement.
Yeah,
it's really cool. I mean, I definitely feel that way when I watch like those like rare games that I do. You know, I just don't like all the advertisement. Is what like drives me away from it.
Yeah,
like soccer doesn't have that many advertisement because it's only like a 15-minute break in between like every quarter. Is it like what is it called?
It's
like
half.
Yeah, quarter.
Yeah.
I'm
quarter.
Half. Yeah, like every 45 minutes, right? But I don't know. I just feel like it's such a big commitment. 90 minutes. I should sit and like follow the ball, and where the ball is going to me, it's just like a little hard.
It's a little
effort, you know.
For me, what's hard is hockey, dude. I can't watch hockey on TV.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know where the hell the ball is.
Yeah,
even puck, in person, bro. Even in person, I watched a hockey game. The game was Ducks game with Anaheim Ducks, and then the other team, I don't even know what they were because they had no fans in the stadium. It was like a team from Oregon, I think.
Really?
And like the Honda Center, bro. It was the entirety of it was orange. All you saw was orange jerseys for like the Ducks. And I remember I was watching it with who did I go with? I went with my sister, my cousin, Adrian from high school, and I think they were like Michael Nesda. There were like a few of us. There were like a few of our friends, but I just remember, dude, I could not follow where the ball was at all.
Really,
like, at all, you know, because I wasn't at the very like. So their stadium is like this, like any other stadium. So we were kind of in the middle, not too high, not too low, but I still had a difficulty like being able to tell. But it was an interesting game to watch in person, like, you know.
Yeah, in person, the atmosphere is nice. Whenever you go into a hockey game, it's like cold.
Yeah. Oh, so you have been to one?
Yeah, I've been to it.
Nice. Which one did you go to?
The first time I went, I think my dad's friend got our family VIP seats,
really
so
nice.
We were sitting in the booth.
That's really nice.
And it was nice, food and everything.
Yeah,
but I mean the
food is good, bro. The food is like they have like their fries just a smack better. You know? Like I don't know why.
Yeah, but I think I've been once or no twice to a hockey game. I've been to three basketball games.
Nice.
And then 4 baseball games.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to a single baseball game. 4.
Baseball games are better in person. I can't watch baseball on TV unless it's the World Series. Then I'll watch it.
I mean, I've never watched the World Series, bro. I've never watched baseball. I barely know the rules, but that sounds so cool that you watched it in person. How is it in person?
In person, it's an experience because the stadium, it's designed where all the fans are sitting on one side, right?
Yeah.
And then the players are on the field like right in front of you.
So it doesn't matter like where the fans of each teams are. Everyone's just sitting in the same side.
Or it's on the same side, but then there's also like it's a stadium, but it's outside, and so there's people, you know, where the home run. Whenever they get the home run, they're sitting over there as well. But when you go there, it's just a better experience because on TV, it's a slow game, right?
Yeah,
you throw the ball, and the batter, like right when he swings or he doesn't swing, either way, they take the glove off. They're fucking, fixing it up, getting a massage real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tie their shoes again. And then the fucking, it takes the pitch or who's the guy in the back?
I don't even know, bro. I don't know baseball.
The catcher, he's like shining up the ball, throws it back, and they're all like getting loose every time he throws.
Really?
They spend like at least 30 seconds just like regrouping everything again.
Really? Wow.
So,
dude, it is a long game because like sometimes my dad watches it, but he usually watches the World Series, and then I would like go downstairs, like I don't know, at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. or whatever, and then I would see it's on, and then I would go upstairs, and a couple hours later I come back, it's still on. I'm like, it hasn't ended.
Yeah.
Like if it was any other sport, it would have been done by now.
The longest sport that I know of is cricket.
Really?
Yeah.
How long was it?
You know cricket, right? Like
I know what it is. It's like very similar to baseball, but it has like different rules and different rules. Racket,
it's
like
usually
it's not a racket. What is it?
Bat.
It's a bat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but it's different than the baseball bats, right?
Yeah.
It's like flat.
Yeah, it's flat. Did you play in?
I've never played
Iran.
No, it's not. Cricket is not popular there. Baseball is not popular there. Soccer is. Basketball is. American football is not. Tennis is. Swimming is. Ping pong is popular there.
Really? Okay. But yeah, cricket, it's really popular in India, England as well, Australia. And usually a match, it depends on what type of match it is, but it's usually all day, like 8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
8 hours. And they play, and they had to take lunch in between too. So like they stop everything, they eat lunch.
So how do they
come back?
Show that like on the TV? Like is it 8 hours long on TV too?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's that long.
Damn. 8
and it
hours.
depends on what type of match it is. If it's there's a T20 match, which is 20 overs, like 20 basically innings.
Do you know the rules and everything?
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Pretty much,
Respect. I don't.
And then there's like ODI, which there's a test match, which is basically a tournament. So they play 5 days straight of the 8 hour game. And it's like, I'm not sure how many overs it is, but it's pretty much all day for 5 days. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
And people watching, whoever has the highest score wins. And
Interesting.
Fucking.
What do you think is the weirdest sport?
The first time I saw that fucking broom, the curling, I was like, what the hell is this?
I still don't know what the fuck is that. Like,
I understand it now, or I don't even know how to score that. How do you even score like what it's doing? But I understand the concept of what they're doing. This one guy, he has the metal thing, like fucking slider.
Yeah.
And he pushes it, and you're trying to get it into a certain area, and the more I think is it on ice, bro? Is it on ice?
Bro, I don't even know.
I think it's on ice, bro.
I just don't know how that's a sport.
I know, and they're fucking going hard, like they're cleaning their bathroom, and mopping that shit.
Yeah, it does look like someone's like brooming or mopping something. Yeah, it's funny.
So they're trying to stop it basically by just getting the ground a little more rough, and so it slows down the thing. But it's a weird sport. The first time I saw that, I was like, is this the wrong channel? What is this like? And then I realized, oh shit, it's the Olympics. This is a sport.
What do you think of like esports? Like, do you think that's sports?
Yeah, it's sports.
It's sports?
Yeah. It's not like traditional.
You're not losing calories though.
Yeah, it's not like that, but that's why it's called esports. It's basically gaming and just everything on that.
It's like including chess being like a sport, you know? Mm-hmm. Like you're not losing calories, but your brain is losing calories.
Yeah. Chess is more respected of a game though. Like
of course, than video games. Video games, people are cursing each other.
I think it would be in I don't even know, like
Bro,
maybe
imagine-
100 years they'll think of video games as like a respected thing to do.
No way.
Yeah, 100
Really?
years for sure.
Bro, have you been in a GTA session? What people call each other?
No, not like that. Not like that. The actual esports tournaments. and shit.
Oh, okay, the tournaments, yeah. But imagine how they spoke back in the day when they played like chess or like checkers or backgammon or something, like the way people speak like in like online sessions.
Oh, yeah.
How they curse each other, disrespect each other's family. Imagine you're just playing chess and you're just saying every bad word in the dictionary you can imagine to the guy
Hell no,
sitting across. I feel like the whole reason they do that is because the guy isn't in front of them. He's a vase.
Yeah, I
so
know.
they can't do
That's the
anything.
thing.
You know?
And these small little kids are saying shit too now.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
13-year-old kids on Call of Duty are
younger,
like,
bro.
yeah.
It was like I was playing this match like a couple of weeks ago, and there was like these like three. So there were like I don't know how many people were in this session, but it was like one of these matches in GTA that everybody gets in. Like there's like 4 different teams. Every team has a different color, and then you get in different cars, and it's in the sky. And whoever like rams the other team's car down this like that ramp or whatever, they're the winners. And dude, everybody in that session were like I was like the only 20-year-old with like another 2 other guys. There were like 15, 16 kids like that were like some were like age from like probably like 7 or 8 to like 14.
Really?
And dude, it sounded like a daycare or something.
Yeah.
And they were getting disrespectful to each other, and it was just so funny. And they wouldn't mute their mic. Like me and the older guys, we were just always mute our mic, just play around, say a little GG in the end, But
Yeah.
these kids were just talking throughout the whole thing, just annoying everybody.
That's just has to do with, I think other people, they learned it from other people, like cussing them out.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said,
and they're not mature enough to just sit back and chill and just play.
I know. You gotta just play the game and respect like each individual person that's playing.
For sure.
And that's what chess is. I think it's a game of high respect. Like you, no matter what, if you win, lose, you show respect. Like nobody after a chess game, I don't think anybody's like ever celebrated like, fuck yeah, we fucking won. We fucking won. That's my team right there. And then you say checkmate, and then you look the man in the eye or woman, whatever, and you shake their hands, and then that's
Do you
the
think
game.
it's the most respected sport ever?
The most respected.
I feel like tennis could be as respected sometimes. Tennis, but
golf.
Soccer, like when they score a goal, they like rip their shirt out. They do all kinds of stuff.
Golf is also it's more of a high class sport, and I think it just has to do with the age of it. Like it's been the longest, like a long sport. I think golf was invented in 1500s in Scotland, and so
I wonder who came up with the idea. They just like made one hole.
The history of it, bro.
And stick, and they're like, whoever hits this ball in this like freaking like hole, the fastest with the less hits, they win.
I know. Yeah, and it's a tough sport.
It is.
It's a very.
It's
tough
like mental
sport.
and physical combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be really patient with golf. I've never played a full game of golf, like an 18 hole. Like that takes a full day to do all that. But I've been to the driving range plenty of times, like 50 times. But
really, wow.
Yeah, and the shots that you had to practice, like the driver, the 5-iron, like all the swings that you had to practice, it's easy to just hit the ball, but to make it go in a certain direction, that's the hardest part, to see where you need to go. Because in golf, where you start, it's like, let's say it's the starting part, and then you got to go over here, or let's say the actual hole is right here. They put trees here, so you don't directly hit it. I mean, you can directly hit it, and a lot of people do, but usually if they say it's a par 3, that means you got to make it in 3 shots, and then you'll have 0. And so you hit it on this side first with the driver, and then chip it over to the actual green area, and then putt it in for the last. And so it's a tough fucking sport to map all that, and then
I feel like it's because it's a stationary. The ball is stationary. You're hitting it with another device. Because in soccer, when they start the match, the ball is stationary as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of sports is. But like in tennis, the ball is never stationary. It's coming to you, and then you hit it. And because we play tennis together, when you start, you don't know where you're hitting the ball. As you practice, you gain control of where the ball is going, and I feel like that's kind of the same with golf. But golf is probably harder.
Yeah,
because the ball is a station. It's not in the air coming, and then you can choose, and then maneuver with your hand. It's like,
it's a lot of mental strength more than anything. Like you got to be patient. Like that's one of the hardest attributes in life is to be patient. Like we were sitting in traffic today. Yeah. And I was just like, God damn, move it.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to get places.
That's true.
But patience is key.
Patience is power.
Yeah.
Who used to say that? I've heard that so many times.
No, it's knowledge is power. Patience is the first.
No, bro. Yeah. They're both power. Knowledge is power, so is patience.
Yeah. But the quote I heard from my middle school teacher, what was her name? Chef. Do you know? In CV.
What was your teacher?
English. No. In 7th grade.
No.
You don't know?
What was her name?
Chefsick or some shit.
Chefsick?
She was Polish. Yeah.
I remember there was this lady called Miss B. But I don't even know what her butchness.
Yeah. She has history. I think.
Really? I've never had her.
Dude, this was a long time ago.
I had Miss Guts. Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. We went to the same middle school.
We had Alvanus together, didn't we?
I don't know.
Did you have Alvanus 7th
I heard the name. Is it honors?
Yeah, math.
I think so.
We definitely had something in middle school together.
I don't know.
I saw you in middle school, didn't I? Or did we see each other in high school?
I think I don't even know when we met.
Have Cipolla together?
I don't even know.
What period did you have Cipolla?
First.
Me too. Yeah, we had Cipolla together. And there was like Gavin in our class.
Yeah.
You were probably in the right side or the left side of the class? I was always at the right side.
I think so. Yeah, right. A middle area. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think I remember you from Cipolla's class.
Yeah. But what I was getting at was the English teacher. The English teacher. Probably the worst teacher I've ever had in all of my school.
Really?
Like every grade, worst teacher ever.
Really?
But one thing that she did have was quotes on her walls, right? Like these posters, like inspirational quotes and shit.
Yeah.
And I'd sit in the back corner. Like she didn't even like me that much. I'm pretty sure she didn't like me. So she put me in the back. But there was this quote that had a palm tree on it, and it said, patience is the key to paradise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it said, I didn't think of it that much of it, but I kept seeing it every day. And then one day it just clicked like, damn, patience is the key to paradise. And I was like, that's true. That's fucking true.
How did it click for you?
I don't know. I don't know what I thought of, but what I think of it now is no matter like what you're doing, if you just do it long enough and have patience with it, you'll get somewhere with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll have to have patience with yourself. Like not every day is going to be a good day, but if you have patience, it'll come along the journey. That's what it is. Like life is like up and down.
Delayed gratification in a way.
Yeah. Delayed. Yeah, pretty much. But
I remember I heard the patience is power from a teacher named Miss Myers in high school. She hated me too. She hated me. She hated me way more than your teacher hated you, because like you said you were quiet in that class and she just put you in the corner.
No, I don't know. I was quiet, but I think one time I wasn't good at writing at that point, and it was an English class, and I think I fucking plagiarized this whole essay.
Holy shit.
And she looked at it and she's like, and it was her essay, like she gave us an example, and I like put that shit on.
She's like, wait, that's my fucking essay.
Dude. She looked at me and then she's like, do you realize what you've done? And then I was like, how old are you in 7th grade? Like fucking 13 years old. So I don't know what I did. I was trying to figure this out. You know, I'm not good at writing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude. And then after that point, I was like, okay, whatever. No, but she still passed me. Like it was so.
I know. I always had a beef with my teacher, and we would always like talk back to each other, and I would like make sure her class time was pretty wasted. You know, I would make sure I would ask dumb questions to waste her class's time. Yeah. and good times. But she used to say patience is power because I was so impatient, and I still to this day I don't have patience, but unfortunately, which is a bad trait.
Yeah,
but she would always say patience is power. But Doc Chevron used to say knowledge is power. You know?
Knowledge is power. Yeah,
Knowledge is power.
That I got.
Yeah.
I think I always knew a little bit about that because I knew with knowledge, whatever you gain, whatever books you read, that's knowledge, and it basically allows you to move through life better. Like life is always hard. It's like not like when you're born, you know, and you're a baby, life is hard. Like, and it's hard to the point where you can't walk, but to us now, we can walk no matter what. Like it's
different problems.
Yeah, different problems.
Yeah.
So life stays hard, but it's just what our knowledge is.
I don't think it's not that it's hard. It's full of different problems.
Yeah,
like
different
for different
problems.
ages, there's so many problems, but it's like those problems are like catered for that age group, you know, and to that person's like personal situations.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't ever end. You know, no matter where you go, like no matter how old you are, no matter whatever you do,
there's always problems.
You might not have a problem. Like let's say something might be a problem to you when you're 20, and then you might solve that problem, and you might not worry about that problem ever again. But then you have newer problems, like as life goes on, that you never knew it existed. So that's why it's hard. And having
that's what makes life
makes
like
you ready
really
to
fun.
face it, you know?
Yeah, that's what makes life actually worth living. Because if it was all planned out for you, you knew your next step, every step that you were going to take, exactly where to go, you wouldn't like even want to do it. It's like watching a movie for the 1,000th time. You know the outcome. You know what it's going to be. You
know the dialogue too.
Yeah. So this is life is basically just figuring it out, but there's really no wrong way unless, I mean, if you die, then you die, but that's part of life.
Yeah, that is part of the cycle.
Yeah, it's part of the cycle. You know?
Yeah.
So life is just about experiencing all the things. Like I think you said earlier today, like it's about just experience different shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's different. And then
for sure.
Fuck, what was it? The other quote that I saw in there, I don't know if you've heard this one, but do you know who Robert Frost is?
I don't.
You've never heard of Robert Frost?
No.
God damn.
Robert Frost.
He's a famous poet, and
I haven't heard of him.
And on the same teacher, my English teacher's class, where you walked out the door, on the left side of the door there was this poster again, and it was of I think it just like a snowy day, and then there was like trees, and it read his quote, one of his most famous quotes. He said, "Two roads diverged on the path, and I chose the one less traveled by, and that's made all the difference." Wow. Do you understand that? Yeah. So that's a lot of people go and follow everybody else in life. Yeah. Whatever everybody else is doing, they just do it.
Monkey do.
Yeah. And basically live however everybody else tells them, what their parents tell them to do, what society tells them to do. And you live your life like that, and you don't even know that you're basically in this rat race, this fucking rut that you dug for yourself, and you don't really understand it when you're a kid.
You know what it's like? It's like going to like LA and sitting in those like tour guides.
Yeah.
Did you explain? That just reminded me of that, because you're doing whatever they're saying. You're not getting to experience what you want to experience and see the shit you want to see.
Yeah,
it's that shit that's planned, and then you're gonna see whatever the fuck everyone else is gonna see. You know.
And so if you take the road less traveled by, and do what you want to do, I think a lot of people, they neglect what they want their whole life. They don't see their own needs, their own wants. Like, you have desires in your life, and I know it. Everybody has it.
That's true.
Because I have it, and I'm human, and if you're human, you have it.
Yeah.
So if you have a desire or want to do something and nobody's doing it, or very few people are doing it, just do it.
Yeah.
Just go down the road less traveled by, because if you really want it, the life will like I believe this more than anything, like that if you do what you want and it's in your heart to do it, it will, like the universe will cooperate and like align things for you that will make it happen.
That's really dope.
It really happens, dude.
Wow. That's
it just does. Because like I've experienced it doing this podcast and doing other things. Like if I wanted to do something and it was in my heart to do it and I believed in it so much, it just happened. Like you keep repeating the thoughts, and the thoughts, like this is a concept of, the placebo. I think I forget who wrote the book, but there's a book called The Placebo, and basically this book says whatever you think about, the thoughts you have in your mind all the time is what you become. So
for sure.
So whatever you think about, you have two options, and this is your power as a human being. This is your power in life is choice. You have a decision to make on whatever happens. That's life. Everybody has life. Like it's just how we deal with it and our choices on the situation, right? Like you could say, you could have two different attitudes about a situation. If you have a flat tire, right? You get a flat tire, you could scream, fucking get angry, and just
actually
have
the
all this.
Possibilities are endless, bro. It's like it's not two things you could do. There's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities.
It's like the game.
Choices.
What was it called? There was a game that this French company made. It was called. It won a bunch of like prizes too. It was called To Become a Human Detroit or something like that.
Never heard of
in
that.
this game, when you start the game, right? You start with this one character, and basically you are like a AI android. So you're this robot that humans buy and you work for them, right? And whatever happens throughout this story, there's so much stuff you can do, and whatever decision you make leads to the next part of the game. So every person finishes the game differently than the others based on the decisions they make. Yeah, and that's kind of life, you have like a shit ton of possibility, and like it all matters to what you think yourself and what your background has been, or what like what is it called, what your experiences have been, what your perspective and mindset are. Yeah, and like scientifically that's explained through connectomes. I don't know, do you know what connectomes are?
I haven't heard of that. No.
Okay, so basically there are like two schools of thought, right, with how people think. There's one that says, so how a person is grown up is based on genetics, like if their parents did certain things or act a certain way.
Speak into this.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. All right, so if their parents did certain things, or if they had certain habits or whatnot, those kids would follow in those footsteps. But the idea with the connectome is that sure, you do get some genetic stuff from your parents, but the main thing that like shapes who you are as a person has to do with your neuron activity. And like imagine you've seen a neuron cell, right? It kind of looks like a tree in a way. It's like it has like a lot of branches, right? So these cells, they get connected to one another, and once, let's say, you experience something and there's this certain connection, they're more repeated. It's like a riverbed, and water goes through it, which is that like electrical pulse, and then it makes that cell or that connection be like more embedded to your brain. Yeah,
that's a big thing in the placebo. It says there's two parts of the mind. There's the conscious mind and then the subconscious. And our subconscious is what we don't think about. This like the shit that the brain, the part of our brain where it makes our heart beat, and how much acid to go in the stomach for digestion. So this subconscious brain is programmed from when we're born to like age 7. And so whatever we experience during that time, it basically puts that level of what you've been doing and all your experiences, and that's who you are basically. Like your personality gets built in those crazy. 7 years. Yeah. Right. And then the only way to change it after that is to consciously think of different experiences and things that will improve you. Like thinking of things that you want and that you want to do, and constantly thinking of only that.
I see.
And the more repetitively you think about that thing, you'll start to change your subconscious mind. Because at one point in your life, you're going to be stuck. Like, it's going to feel like there's nothing left for you at this age, or this part of your life. But then once you start constantly thinking about this new place that you want to go to, it'll eventually come to that place, and you'll change your mind, your life, everything changes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's
I love
very
science,
powerful.
Yeah.
I know the brain is just,
And
everything.
yeah.
Have you heard this quote? Everything you want is within. Like, have you heard that the only person that you need to battle with is yourself?
Yeah, I've heard I haven't heard the exact quote, but similar things.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you're
true.
the only person, because you gotta, like, the only person that you would end up living with till the end of time is yourself.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like, you're born with you, like, and then you die with you. You know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, and then what I was saying before with the choices you got to make in life, like, you could have plenty of reactions to it, but that's the power of choice, is that life happens, and life happens to everybody, but it's our choice on how we react to it. That's the only thing we have, is how we react. There's nothing else we could do. Like, there's a lot of things that are out of our control. Other people's opinions out of our control. You know, the gas prices in your area out of your control. The weather, all these factors are out of your control. And
well, the weather is out of your control, because you can change the weather, but you could travel to somewhere that has a different weather.
Yeah,
You know?
and like, people complain about the government, the economy, this, that, things that are, for most people, are out of their control, right? And instead of doing that, you could focus on yourself. And when you get better, when you start to experience more, live more, grow more, then everything else will get better, because you start focusing on, like I said, within, and it'll solve every problem you have. Just gets better. And I mean, I've lived it many times.
So the quote I remember, it was from Gandhi, I think. I was like, what was it? Like, change starts within, or
I think so. I'm
like
not sure. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gandhi said something in those lines.
Yeah, there's a lot of philosophers, like do you know about the Greek philosophers?
Be the change you want to see. That's what.
Be the change you want to see. Yeah.
Greek philosophers, like
Socrates, Aristotle, dude. And also, dude, I want to get into this with religion. And I know we talked about it on the Thanksgiving special, but this different. Like, I don't know if you agree with this. I don't know if anybody will agree with this, but I think all religions, now that I've gained more experience on religions, all religions basically say the same shit, except that it's in different ways of expressing, like different languages. They all say the same fucking shit, bro. Same shit. And there's all these topics of what's the best religion, this, that. Most of them say the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And they have...
And the whole thing is to just be a good person.
Yeah. They have all these arguments on there about what you should do, not do. But there's a few key principles that every religion has.
I feel like the main key principles or whatnot is, like, the main thing that, like, just tries to drive its followers to be good people. But the rest of the detail stuff is just, like, very, like, based on the person who's, like, seen as the big religious person who's, like, leading the religious people, you know, to that direction. Let's say, I don't know, this could be not true, but let's say some religious guy doesn't like a certain, like, I don't know, certain thing, and then they ban that thing for everyone in that religion, you know? If they have the power to, because, you know, but...
I question that ever since my parents told me about shit like that. It was... whenever there's a religion that says some religions say that you can only eat food that's grown under the ground. There's a religion like my parents told me that I forget the exact name. Yeah.
There's a religion that you're only supposed to have food.
Or not a religion, but the people have built this in their belief system that you can only eat food that has or actually, is it? I think it's below. No, above the ground, not below the ground. So
really?
only
Okay.
above.
So like trees, nothing.
Yeah,
like,
only
not
trees.
potatoes. Like
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
no carrots, nothing like that.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I mean, you have to understand that another human being said that, and like they had to start somewhere. It had to start somewhere by somebody said it, and now it came to be.
You know, I feel like they probably had a business, and then like let's say they were selling apples, and then the other business across the street was selling like potatoes, and you know, he wanted to like, I don't know, people maybe were choosing between apples and potatoes, and then he was trying to like beat the competition. And that was like his PR thing. He's like, fuck potatoes.
Fuck potatoes.
Fuck anything that's in the ground. Only the stuff on the ground. You know, like, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but like, what would make you hate it so much? You know?
I know. It's somebody's thought that
and that's
it
how
needs
kids
to be
are
this
too, bro.
way.
Like if your parents are like, oh, this food is like bullshit, you know, you probably would think that this food is bullshit. And if they're like, no, this food is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
even
grateful though that I don't know what was in me, dude. Like I never agreed with anybody like in my entire life. Now that I look back, I never like completely agree with this how I should live.
Yeah.
I've never like if somebody told me like this the path and that's how you had to take it and this is the only way it should be because it'll make you successful. I said, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and this is my life, and I'll endure whatever I had to endure because I know that I'll be happier doing it my way.
Yeah.
You know, Frank Sinatra didn't write the song their way. He said my way for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's powerful. And now that I reflect on it, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That is cool.
Yeah. It's incredible. But yeah, religion, it's a key part in a lot of people's lives. And when I look at quotes of like the Bible of different religions, Confucianism and all these religions, and it's translated in English, right? And most of them, it's just said that it's the concepts are the same, but the way it's said is a little bit different,
right?
And once I realized that, like it clicked, like this is the way, like this is the path of like positive thinking is good, of patience and loving yourself and just these key characteristics of life that you follow. Like it's laid out for you. Yeah. If you search for it, dude, anybody could be successful. But if you had to search for it and find the meaning within yourself, and that's all it is for yourself and the battle within. It's incredible.
That's how it is in sports too. I think once people like athletes want to like improve and get better, like the ones that compare themselves to each other, they're not the ones that are doing that. The ones that are like trying to make a personal records, you know, changing like, so let's say, especially in running, let's say we were in track together too, weren't we? Freshman year? Yeah. You were in track, right?
I was in sophomore year.
You was in sophomore year? I think I was in track freshman year. I don't even remember if you were in it or you weren't. But I remember we would run these like 100 meters or 200 meters or whatever. And the good ones, the athletes that were like really fast, what they did was they would look at the time that they got and they would try to beat that time that they got themselves. They wouldn't look at the other people. Like if somebody's 100 meter was like, I don't know, like 12 seconds or 11 seconds or 10 or whatever, they would try to beat that. Not the person that like beat them by like 4 seconds. They're going to be like, oh, next time I run, I'm going to beat that person. Like it's impossible. And by improving like you're like, by improving like the things that you do wrong or like the small things and over time, that would build you to be the person that you wanted to be to begin with.
Yep. Exactly. There's somebody said this, I forget who said it, but he said only compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Don't compare yourself to others. That's
basically best said, bro.
Yeah. So only focus on yourself, and we talked about patience, and that's basically it. You focus on yourself, you work hard, you have the plan, you put it to the test, and you have patience with it, and the results automatically come. You know. Yeah. And then we were talking about this earlier, like the the difference between like the US and other countries. And we were talking about in the business sense, but also religiously, you know, this is one of the only countries that you could express yourself religiously however you want. Yeah. And a lot of people shit on the US around the world, even people in the US shit on the US, you know?
Yeah.
But to me, it's still the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, and I would travel around the world. Like
I feel you. Yeah.
I don't really have beef with other countries, but to me, this place just has something. That there's something in the air.
To me, it just feels like Earth is just like a place for humans.
Yeah.
You know, and it shouldn't be like, you know, I mean, I understand each region has their own cultures and stuff, but I just feel like as a whole, they're all just humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone should be like cool with each other, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool that they have like all these different culture stuff that makes everything be like more diverse and interesting and not boring and monotone.
I know. Imagine how that all happened. Like at one point, humans were just living all together in this one area. Yeah. And then a few people decided, hey, let's go venture out over here. And then the environment they were around had different things. Like in India, there were spices. In other areas, it was more fish. And that's how their culture started to grow.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And I was going to say that for that reason, that like for some reason, this region of the earth, like which America is located as, like the people that moved here were like had this idea or visions. I mean, some of them didn't have the brightest ideas, you know, but the others, or like what it was based on was to like, again, have that freedom of what they want to do. Like either if it's in work, if it's in religion, if it's in whatever, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. And
I agree with you.
Yeah. And just the people that came here, even though they did a bunch of shit that was horrible, like the Native Americans, they're probably the most fucked. Like they got the most fucked out of every fucking culture. Like the amount of people that died, and like this was their land to begin with, and
and I remember
nobody even thinks about America funny, for Native Americans.
The thing is, like, I remember when I moved here in 7th grade, our teacher was kind of teaching like the American history, and up until then, I didn't have like the perfect grasp of what the history of the U.S. was. And as we were reading, like, she casually would go over the chapters on how like the people who moved, like the Puritans and all, how they like kind of like destroyed all these like homes of all these Native Americans and stuff. And she was saying it so casually. I'm like, you know, you're like, this is such a fucking bad thing, you know? You're making it like it sounds like it's nothing, you know? Yeah. It's such a, you know. And I was like, I asked her, I was like, so like when they did this was a bad thing, right? And she's like, well, yeah, but I don't think she understood what I was saying. She was like, yeah, well, they tried to make the best decisions by separating themselves from England. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah. Do you understand? The way you just explained it just sounds horrible. And, you know, like they have this greatness, but it's to definitely a big price, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta understand the history of everything. Like, that's why, I don't know about you, but for me, I love history. Like, history is my favorite subject out of everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Not because of like, not the school stuff, but I like the school stuff, not just I don't like tests. So that's the big part. But I like learning about history. To me, AP US history, one of the best classes that I've ever taken because of the learning experience of.
With Villas, right?
Yeah. Or no, with Larkin.
Oh, you took it with Larkin?
AP US.
Oh, AP
World.
US. Oh, I thought you were talking about AP World.
I took that too. Also, very good class.
Yeah.
To take about history because you understand how other people have lived before you, and when you understand how people have lived before you, could figure out the connections, the ties,
absolutely,
of what worked for people back then, what works today, and sometimes you find similarities and differences.
The only thing that bugs me with history, bro, is that I feel like certain governments or certain countries would change it to the favor of their government or country, you know?
In what way?
Like in writing the history.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the only thing. I feel like it's like in a lot of times
they
may
leave
have
some
changed
shit out, and
they may have changed it to like their own benefit, or they have left some shit out, or
it's happened even in like for example in the South, they didn't discuss too much about slavery in the 60s, and
but
they kind of
this is not going to be the case for here on out, because
the internet,
everything gets recorded so much that there's like proof of everything. Like if somebody changes in the histories that this happened and this
there's
happened,
another
there's
account for
so
it.
much proof that would show against it, or like to prove it, you know. Videos, pictures, sounds, everything.
Yeah, now more than ever, it's all documented.
Exactly,
everything.
all documented,
and
you can find
not
it
just like by journalists, but by everyday people.
Yeah, there you go.
It's really incredible to see that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And yeah, dude, the history, like the moment I found history to be exciting was when I realized that you could look back and see that humans, what worked for humans back then and in a certain situation, and also if they did that and they, like, even with the negative situation, you could look at Hitler, for example, how he managed to create the Nazi basically empire, right? And he wasn't like a particularly like well-off guy. Like he managed to bring people together, even though it was for a negative cause. But the skills you had to have for that, like you could use that, like the tact, how his speeches were, how people like loved him in Germany.
Really?
Like they loved him because during the First World War, they got humiliated. Like Germany, like they
Didn't they start it though?
What?
Didn't they start it?
Yeah, they started it, but
they started it twice.
Yeah, but the people weren't really happy with the results because they got stripped of, like, they couldn't have a military after they signed the Treaty of Versailles. So all this shit happened.
They're like, you lost like military privileges.
And
get in your room.
Yeah.
Time out for you, Germany.
I don't think it was Treaty of Versailles. It might have been Treaty of Versailles. I don't know the correct history.
But that sounds funny to me.
But
I just know they owed a lot of money to every country after they would lose
after
wars.
World War I, they were humiliated basically, and the people had low self-esteem. Like they didn't feel their like a sense of nationalism in Germany. But when Hitler came and he said like we could get back on top again, then people started believing him, and that started everything. And he proved it. Like you see the results. Like he actually made it to the point where
such an evil guy though, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's evil, but you gotta look at what he did right, and you can use it as a positive.
I see what
impact
you mean
in what you're doing now. Look
at what he did to be successful in what he did, and then use that for a positive cause rather than such a negative and horrific. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, you can't be fucking chopping off people's heads because they believe in certain shit. Yeah. So, the war. It's so dumb, and like, isn't that dumb?
Yeah, the wars of history is probably, the worst part of history is just, I mean, it's interesting to learn about, but you just see like humans killing humans. It's not.
It's so dumb, bro. I just never understood it. Like, they kill each other for the way they think, which is so dumb. Like, okay, this person has formed their thoughts through, as I said, either genetics or the connectomes they have in their brains, the connections between the neurons, chemical reactions.
I'm gonna check like what everything is
for sure. Make sure everything works. But so they act or believe in things that they do because of either the environment, the genetics, connectomes. There's like a lot of factors that play in. Chemical reactions happening, even maybe to some extent to their diet sometimes, maybe, it has to do with so many factors. And yet then some people are like, you know what? This person thinks this, let's kill this person. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
It's not the right thing to do. Yeah. And just, but yeah, like I said, learning about it and putting in a positive spin on your life will make all the difference. Just looking at it in a positive way. Yeah. Best thing to do. All right. We're at 1 hour 20. Should we Should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, let's wrap it up, bro.
Okay. I think we talked about a lot today. Had a fun day today too.
It was a fun day.
It
was
a whole day of just me and you just having fun. Yeah, adventuring in LA.
Times. Absolutely.
Yep. So hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. It was a pleasure having you on as well.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. It's fun times.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Peace.
Peace.